I am reminded of a story I once read while I was still in high school, the sinking of the Mendi. Now that I'm older, I think more deeply about those ancient African heroes. The sea was quiet that morning, too quiet. A thick white fog swallowed the horizon, as though the world itself had chosen not to witness what was about to happen. Beneath that silence, the SS Mendi pushed forward through the English Channel, carrying 823 souls, most of them black South African men, sons of soil and cattle, who had never seen the sea before. They were not soldiers, not in the way the world counted soldiers. They were laborers, members of the South African Native Labor Corps sent to dig trenches, carry loads, and build the machinery of a war they were not allowed to fight in. But in their hearts, they carried something far heavier than tools. Hope, the promise. Go, the chiefs had told them. Serve, and perhaps they will finally see you. So they went. From villages in the Eastern Cape, from dusty paths and grazing lands, they boarded a ship bound for a distant war, believing that loyalty might buy them dignity in a country that denied them both. Below deck, some prayed, others laughed nervously. A few stared at the endless water, wondering if it would remember their names. The collision. At 5 a.m., the fog did not lift. Instead, it split. Out of the white silence came the shadow of another ship, the Darrow moving too fast, too blind, too careless. It struck the Mendi like judgment. Steel tore through steel. A wound opened along her side, and the sea rushed in like a thief. The ship began to die. And worse, the Darrow did not stop. It did not stay. It did not help. The death drill. Panic rose. Men cried out in languages from across southern Africa, Xhosa, Zulu, Sotho, voices of a continent trembling on foreign waters. Then one voice rose above the chaos. Isaac Watrope Duoba. He stood tall as the ship tilted beneath him and called out, "Be quiet and calm. We are going to die. Let us die like brothers." And something impossible happened. The fear did not vanish, but it transformed. They began to sing. They stamped their feet on the deck of a sinking ship. They performed a death drill, a final dance, not of despair, but of unity. No weapons, no medals, no recognition, only dignity. The silence of the sea, 25 minutes. That was all it took. Then the Mendi was gone. More than 600 men disappeared into freezing water, 607 black South Africans, along with officers and crew. The sea closed over them. And for a long time, the world did too. Forgotten heroes. In Britain, the tragedy faded into obscurity. In South Africa, it became something else, a wound and a symbol. Because when the war ended, the promises did not come. No equality, no political rights, not even proper recognition. The men who died were not given the same honors or medals as white soldiers. Their sacrifice had been accepted. Their humanity had not. Should the families receive reparations? The question lingers like fog over water. A case for reparations, systemic injustice. These men were recruited under a racially discriminatory system that denied them combat roles, recognition, and equal status. Broken promises. Many enlisted believing service would improve their rights, an expectation encouraged by political leaders. Negligence. The collision was ruled avoidable, with the Darrow's captain found at fault for dangerous speed in fog. The ships did not have safety measures to prevent accidents and loss of lives. They were not even trained basic life-saving skills. Unequal remembrance. For decades, their story was marginalized internationally, and materially, their families received little. Reparations, in this view, are not charity. They are a delayed recognition of dignity denied. The case against reparations. Historical distance. The event occurred in 1917. Direct descendants may be difficult to trace equitably. Legal complexity. responsibility spans British maritime authorities, colonial structures, and the South African government of the time. Commemoration instead of compensation. Governments have focused on memorials, heritage status, and symbolic recognition. But perhaps the deeper question is not legal, it is human. If a nation can inherit the benefits of history, can it not also inherit its debts? The men of the Mendi died without rights, without equality, without even the assurance that their sacrifice would matter. And yet, in their final moments, they chose unity over fear. Imagine the sea again. Cold, gray, endless. Now imagine beneath it voices, still echoing. We are the sons of Africa. Let us die like brothers. Reparations may not bring them back, but they may answer a question left hanging in the fog for over a century. Did their lives truly matter?